It's okay to admit that you fucked up. It's okay to admit that that was wrong. Overall, I'm going to talk about why it's okay to admit that you have regrets, and to let's normalize having regrets more often, and to get more people on board of that I was tricked and I actually was told the wrong thing. And that part is the hard part. We've been told you shouldn't have regrets. Everything happens for a reason, and everything does happen for a reason. Everything happens exactly how it's supposed to happen. But that doesn't mean you can't have feelings about it, that you weren't hurt about it, that didn't bother you, or there wasn't anything you were supposed to learn from whatever situation that you don't want to admit about the regret. It may be a general question, do you have regrets? Or the person may bring up a specific situation and the person will say, I don't have any regrets, I did that, it is what it is. Like, why are we shying away from having regrets? You're almost saying that having regrets is bad, and it's not bad. I hear it on interviews, podcasts, or like random TikToks during the story times, or just random things. So if you're saying that you don't have a regret, that's a lesson that you're going to avoid. And the lesson is going to keep being taught until you get the lesson. You're not going to go to the next grade until you pass the grade that you're in. So never acknowledging the regret, the mistakes, or what could have been, what was fucked up. You're going to keep doing that same behavior, so you're never learning or growing from that. When you have regret, honestly, all it is just showing that you cared. Like, you cared about the situation, you care about maybe the people are involved, you care about the consequences that happen as a result of the situation, and there's nothing wrong with that. Admitting that you have regrets is actually admitting that you have growth, that you understand in the situation what could have been different. Now that I'm older, now that I have reflected, or now that I have kids, I probably would respond this way. You know what? My tone was this, so that is probably why. If people are judging you for self-growth and healing and being a lesson for someone else, probably something that you wouldn't want to admit or say out loud, and that is okay. For me personally, I regret staying in a job for too long. And the reason I stayed in the job because it was a stable job. At that time, that was the most money I made. It wasn't that much, but back then, that's what I thought. So I thought stable. I mean, I knew I wasn't like a boss ass bitch. For me, it was stable. So it's just like, why throw this away? Whereas I regret not following my original pursuit. I have my associates in nursing, following my original plan of going to nursing school, or discovering hobbies, or actually job hopping. I regret not doing that in my early 20s instead of just sticking to a job, and then next thing I know, I'm there for 5 years, and I already knew it was something that I wasn't going to retire and do, but that's what I did. So that's something that I regret. And you see, like, I was able to admit why I regret that, and I mean, it's nothing I can do about it. That time is gone. I can't get it back, and I know why I have that feeling of regret, and that's something I would absolutely want to share with you or share with anybody, so they will not stay at a job and they know that that's not their passion, or they know they don't want to retire there. That's for another video though. When you acknowledge and you stamp that you have a regret, it helps you grow, it helps you heal, it frees you, it helps repairs relationships that have strained or that are broken. We all have things that we regret that we've done. It could be small or big in various situations, but we all have them. Let's normalize speaking on it, acknowledging it, and I promise you'll feel a lot better. I want you to also have that same feeling and inspiration for giving yourself grace that you're not perfect, and that there are flaws. Regrets are, oh God. I don't know what happened. My soul was getting a little excited or something.